Good morning, Roy.
Good morning. Good morning. We off to a roaring start. I got a little contract roll action, got some retail sales action.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday. I didn't somehow that slipped my mind yesterday, and that makes sense why the orders are so
hmm
scattered because there was in two different contracts. So you should roll over to it's what Z
Z, I think. Yeah,
Z,
Z.
yeah, from U to Z. So if you have not rolled your contracts, make sure you roll them to Z.
The volume's still pretty split on both, I believe, but yeah, it's charts wise, we're gonna be looking at Z.
Yeah, there's more volume on Z now. It surpassed it yesterday. So
Okay.
yeah, that's when you get your automatic roll, like on TradingView and all those. It's when the contracts are higher on one, so
Mm,
that's when they suggest you do the roll.
sure.
Starting out, VIX is down 0.18%. Apple is down 2.78%. Microsoft is up 0.17. Amazon down 0.86. Nvidia down 1.95. Tesla down 1.52. Then you got Google and Meta both up. Google at 0.38 and Meta's actually up 1.65%. So
Wow.
you got the majority of the Mag 7 up on open. So we'll see what happens. You got the Qs 19.8, pretty strong there. It got up to over 19.8 on the data this morning. And retail sales come out. Retail sales month over month was 0.1, I mean 0.1, sorry. It was forecasted a negative 0.2. Previous was 0.1. I mean, it was 1%. So it actually beat forecast, but came in under previous. So something to keep an eye on. And it seems like we have more data today. So let me pull that up.
Yeah, what's we got?
So you've had retail sales at 8:15. You got industrial production, which is a decent number. So you could see something happen there at 8:15. 9 o'clock, you got retail inventories, ex auto, business inventories, month over month, could move the market. Wow, we have Fed Logan speaking today.
I don't understand this.
I don't either.
They must be former Fed officials.
Has to be. And then you've got the Atlanta Fed GDP at 11, and then at 12, you got the 20-year bond auction, which the 20-year bond auction will definitely be something to keep an eye on today. Bonds are
Yeah.
interesting here with rate cuts coming up. So
Well,
if
no,
you are
they'll see
do what
if
now?
they believe. I said they'll give you an indicator of what they think the Fed is looking to do as well.
Yeah,
If they believe
yeah.
the Fed or don't believe the Fed. It's a jam-packed week. Today's a tricky one, right? It's the day FOMC Eve, right? Well, FOMC actually kicks off today, so the Fed officials are meeting and doing their thing today. Then tomorrow, obviously, they release their statement and the press conference. And you just mentioned earlier on our pre-stream that Nikki T had some data from the Wall Street Journal. He's kind of the Fed whisperer, unofficial Fed whisperer. Um, so I believe you said there was some disagreement on between among the Fed officials of whether they should go 25 basis points or 50 basis points. Do you want to
Yeah,
share
that seems to be
some of those things?
the narrative right now.
And to me, you said it's been what a couple of years since they've all been in lockstep together. They haven't had a disagreement for quite a while. So
Yeah,
what
Nick said it's
what we
been
were
2 years since
yeah,
they.
and so what we were saying on that is FOMC, though it is the event of the week on Wednesday. You obviously get your decision, you get your data known, but you could have these Fed officials creating really big volatile swings if some of them actually disagree with the decision. and then are vocal about it after the decision is made. So something to keep an eye on and add to your calendars, and put a little bit extra star on the Fed officials speaking again.
I still think we get 25 basis point cut, but I think you will see a couple officials come out after saying that they were pushing for 50 and they think 50 is the right move. So could be interesting.
The Fed swaps favor 50, which is odd because Nikki T is leaning that J Powell's saying 25. I agree. I think 25 is the smarter play, and J Powell can have that 50 basis point grenade to use where he needs. But all of it's speculation. We trade the chart, and we do what the chart tells us to do.
That is right. And if you notice, Nick also said that going 25 this time and holding 50 possibly for next time could send some weird signals out to people. So
yeah, I just don't see the rush here. I mean, retail sales aren't off a cliff. I mean, I think your unemployment is the fear here. Is if you lose control of the unemployment, then it becomes basically unanchored, if you will, kind of as its own beast.
well, they're still shooting for that soft landing. So I think that's why J Powell's pushing the 25 basis points. So
yeah, I got this is another predictor here, purely my brain, but I think next earnings clip, which is probably in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right around the corner, you're going to get a lot of companies maybe not hitting on their projections, but announcing a lot of cuts, a lot of employee cost cuts, and that could cause a spook, if you will, in the markets. Because if you can't hit on your numbers, right? If your demand's not there and you can't sustain the growth that you've been showing, you've got to maintain your margins somehow. And the first easiest thing is to cut labor costs.
yeah.
So I would anticipate that unemployment number to go up, and maybe that's what most officials or pundits want there to be a more aggressive rate cut now to avoid. But I think that's going to happen regardless. If you get 25 basis points, you get 50 basis points. I think those companies are still cutting their costs to hit their margins. I don't think they're saying, oh, well, they went 50 basis points, so we're not going to cut our labor cost. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think they're quite related, being this close together. But we shall see.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
So obviously, a lot of that information is mainly for the swing traders and stuff like that. You don't do swings at all. Is that correct? Currently,
occasionally I do. I mean, I've done it some.
Okay. Are you looking to do any swings in the next few weeks, or
no?
Solely concentrated on the futures.
Yeah, I've got, as far as like options, I don't have any option swing trades in play right now. I have a long-term account that I do own shares in of different stuff, diversified across the board. But as far as playing any options, I hadn't played anything in a minute, and I actually hadn't been focused on it. I hadn't even looked at my long-term or my short-term portfolio in a while because I've been so focused on trading the future. So
yeah, good enough. So good to know.
Yeah, what I try to do is I notice if I start going back and forth and I'm trading futures and I'm looking at options and I'm trying to find short-term swings, or I'm trying to scalp a swing on the day or something on the day, I lose focus on one or the other. So
yeah,
and I don't want to burn myself out. I mean, this is no excuse, but us going live every day and it kind of wears on you a little bit after a while. So
Yeah.
Well, I've been
No.
doing it for a few weeks, and you guys kind
Well,
of see it too. It's not that I'm not appreciative of everybody that joins the stream, and I appreciate everybody on here. It's just puts a little added pressure on you. So I'm trying to focus
exactly.
just on this for now,
Yeah. No.
going
Definitely.
forward.
It's one of those, getting used to the new environment, if you will. So.
Yep. I took a
Well,
couple longs this morning. I'm right at $400 up in a 100K combine, and I'm a little over $400 up in a 150 combine. Like I said, I'm not going to rush these. This one is $3,600 away from being funded. So if I could just make, $1,000 a day, my goal is to have it funded by, I think I'd said first this Friday. I'm not going to rush that. If we can fund it by Friday, great. If not, and it goes to next week, I'm not worried about that. Then I got this 150. I'm still right at 7,000 away from it. So, a week or two away from passing it unless we catch a good runner. One thing y'all have noticed on combines, I do tend to not take profit on those, let them go to see if we can get a move. And if we ever get a move, yes, these things will pay out big time and get them funded. But I'm not forcing the issue, and I'm not going to rush it. We're going to take our time. And I've got two more 150 combines, so I've got 4 combines here total. One of them's 100K, and then 3 of them are 150Ks. I like the 150Ks the best. I like the $4,500 drawdown. I can do a $2,500 daily drawdown on them and be happy. I've still got this 150. Let's get to it. 150K Express account. We're up 1,750 on it. I'm just trying to get base hits on it, get a couple $100 a day. Once I get it above 3,000, I'll start trading it. I'll start getting back into where I'm getting a couple contracts. I want to eventually scale these up, where I'm getting 4 to 5 at a time and scaling out as I go and keeping 1 or 2 runners. But at 1754, drawdown is 0. So I've only got 1754 to play with. Obviously, I'm being a lot more careful with these than I would be otherwise. So I'm usually just taking one lot on these, and then I'm trying to hit a daily target, a couple $100 just to keep that up. I think I got 21 or 22 days of green, $200 trades on this one. So, 8 more days, and then I could take out full payout. I don't know if I am or not on this one. I might build it up. There's no rush on them. I'm not trying to get rich overnight, just trying to build this up. And then ultimately the goal is to get, 4 or 5 express funded accounts. And then you can start taking out, $5,000 to $10,000 a week off that until they move you to live, and then, then scale up and go from that way. So that's kind of my thought process on what I'm doing and why I'm trading the way I'm trading. So
Yeah, so I don't actually have any active combines right now. I need to do it. I've got 4 XFAs locked. Um, I had messed one up last week, and so now I just got that one back. So I've got 4. 2 are untouched. 2 are just trading normal. So I probably should, especially for tomorrow, at least activate 1 combine before tomorrow. I'm going to start today on an XFA. Um, not rushing in anything. Just gonna let the orb play out and get those marked and see where we go from there. I don't think there's any hurry to be in anything given the contract roll, the move we had overnight with the contract roll. You had 2 points up, and then obviously it's holding all those near the high on the pre-market session right now. So
one thing we missed this morning, Canadian CPI came out and it came in lower than expected. So something to keep on. VIX is getting a pop here for some reason.
yeah, I would say that. I mean, the data doesn't suggest a strong move like this is merited. This is all I think could
This
be
is
another.
we got this move.
Yeah, I think you could have another kind of low volume, volatile day.
Yeah, the one thing you got to watch out for. So this is the new contracts. Do we see any shorts covering, or do we see any profit taking today before the announcement tomorrow? That's something to keep an eye on. So the chances are, I think, slimmer, but
Yeah.
since this is a new contract, but you never know. We're going to trade what we see. We're going to tell you guys what we see and what we think, and whether that's right or wrong, will be determined. But we're going to let
The
it play out and see.
IWM is booming. It's at 219.50. Closed yesterday at 217.61, so it's up almost $2.
Well,
The SPY is up what, $2.50. Qs are up Qs are up over $4. So you're getting, this move is strong. It's not like those instruments had any contract rollover. So you got a good move up here. Um, Whether it holds will be another thing. Interesting enough, Apple is still red.
I see that.
It is. So, but you've got, your other big guns, Amazon, like you said earlier, Amazon, Nvidia, Google. I mean, Google's been on a tear. I've been very happy with Google. Um,
Yeah,
that's
Google's up
great.
this morning. You got Google, you got Microsoft, and you got Meta that seem to be
Yeah,
leading the charge.
all are big enough to hold up an Apple move down. Now, Google
Yeah,
just had a big red candle, big in terms of relevance. It's about a 20-cent drop on a candle. I don't know what that is, but
Roy, do you ever remember seeing contract roll the same week as FOMC?
I do not. I do not. This is a new uh, spot for me, and just
Because
another
typically, I'm
instance.
I'm gonna be honest with you, contract roll weeks are typically not good weeks to trade.
Yeah. Well, if we could isolate all of this stuff to the same week, and we can just kind of skip all the other stuff, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm scaling down. I'm not in any hurry. This week's wacky, but yeah, I don't recall a contract roll, especially in the middle of the week. I mean, normally you always get them kind of that Saturday to Sunday, or sorry, the Sunday you get the contract roll. Those are always great to just go long on a open.
Right,
But
right. We got about 10 minutes to open here, so we're flirting with the 8 EMA right now. You got the 13 and the 21 right there. You got a ways to go down to get to VWAP. Uh, Interesting to see what happens here at open.
yeah, I've got point of control at 57.20. Um, yeah, if you look at the data candle, it's actually pretty bearish candle. It's not
Yeah,
the strongest, and so um, yeah,
yeah.
just
That is mixed. You get
yeah. Let's see. We got a question from Zone. He requested 50% of his balance on Top Step, and they took it out of my account yesterday night, and I just busted the other half. They'll still pay me.
yes. As long as it
Um,
was taken out, you're getting that money.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if he's
Sad to see
actually.
you bust it, but happy to know you at least got some money out of it.
Yeah. Well, we're coming down into the. I drew like I said, I drew fibs this morning off that low at 6:30, and then that data high. So we'll see if this holds. If we zoom out, let's look at the hourly and zoom out some. We still got our levels that we marked. Let's play it out. Here you had data. I mean, you had a contract roll. That's why you're seeing that. But it's been a strong move overnight with that. So interesting to see how today plays out. let's zoom in on this candle here. So you got this move, and then you get this little indecision candle. You get another indecision candle. So this is telling me we should get a pullback. Does it mean we always get one? No, but according to this, it would show that we should be getting a pullback here. 4 hour is showing you're starting to see that shooting star form. So if it comes back down around the 57.19, 57.20 area, it's going to give you a very, very good reversal candle there on the 4 hour. And then we've got, what is it? What time is it? 8:20. So we got like 40 minutes left in this candle to close. And then we'll look at the 30 minute. 30 minutes giving us one that kind of showing same thing. Could see a reversal. Go back to 15. 15 is definitely showing a reversal candle here. It came down, tested the 13. So kind of that 57.20 break is what you would look for, in my opinion, to come back down to test VWAP. So that if you do play that break there, that'll give you about an 8-point move to VWAP. So something to keep an eye on this morning. I don't really think these fibs are the strongest fibs we could have right now, but it came right down close to that point, that 50% bounce, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe they are. So our red line here, this is where you're looking for this break. And quote me, if we break this 57.21 area, I will look to take a short down to VWAP on this this combine.
Yeah, going back to the week's events, right? We've gotten past retail sales. We've got FOMC tomorrow. You've got contract roll currently. You've got triple witching at the end of the week. You've got which the triple witching is coinciding with kind of the end of the quarter options, right?
Yep.
So, which is obviously a part of the triple, but so you're getting to where. Let me look at my calendar. So you got 2 weeks left in the month. So yeah, I can't believe it. Next month's going to kick off earnings again. I feel like we just got out of it.
Yep.
It's just a never-ending flow of data heading into a bearish month historically, right? October always sets, in the last 2 years, it's been the October low, right? October low,
Right.
October low. Heading into an election year. So again, we're not looking for swings, but it's good to know if you are out there doing those things that, well, people are mindful of this, and that's where you said earlier you could get the you could get this profit taking before these big events start to kick off. You could get people just on the sidelines, just say, okay, I'm good. I made my money. I'll see where it all plays out from here.
Yeah, I didn't look at. I need to look at. Let's see. I want to see what open interest was on these. This, of course, it's going to be up, but I want to see what open interest was on the overnight. That. Let's pull this up here. So this is all Globex for the ES. So the change in open interest so it was definitely more. So you had more money come into the December, which you expected, but you didn't have as much come out of September contracts roll. So you actually had more go into December than you had come out of September. So open interest actually went up yesterday overall. Volume was up overall yesterday. But like I said, it looked weird on Bookmap, and it looked strange a little bit today too because of the split contracts. But You had you still got 1 million contracts open in September contracts, where you got 1.4 million open in December. There's that break of the 21. I don't like it this close to open.
Right. That's how
And see it immediately pop right back up. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Like I said, this 21 there is going to be what I watch. And of course, that was our previous high here, right? So anything above this, I'll look to take long. Anything below, I'll look for shorts. I'm not going to try to catch a bottom or a top. That's how you lose your accounts pretty quick, trying to guess. So we're going to play it out. Look, you got a good pop off that initial break below it too. So these numbers are really interesting looking at this for the
open interest
volume yesterday. So overall, there was 3.32 million contracts traded on ES yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a second. 5,720 times 3 million for the dollar amounts that went around. There was 10,000 block trades. So block trades are interesting to look at. I don't know if you ever looked at block trades, Roy.
No.
I mean, it is what it says. It's block trades. So that's usually your bigger institutions. Yeah. That was a lot of. So that means there was a lot of volume and bigger lots going out. So, and we're breaking that 5721 again, or testing it. Interesting thing, you've had 500 contracts roll over to March of 2025 already. That's strange.
Yeah, especially up here.
Yeah.
We're at a low level.
That is definitely the future of futures.
Yeah. 15 seconds. Probably get a high day test, make a new high, and then see if it comes back down.
Yeah, something like that. That wouldn't be a bad play. Let's see what it does. I don't know if we're going to take anything. Here we go. So no high day test yet. We broke the 21, come right back up. Seems to be a little heavy at open. So
yeah, it does. Nice break. See if it retests and fails.
That is the key.
30 seconds in.
Yeah, I'm not chasing this, by the way. We're going to let it play out.
Yeah, no.
MO came in at plus 50 million on the S&P, came in flat on NASDAQ, plus 15 million on the Dow, minus 3 million on the Magnificent Seven.
There's your pop above 21.
And there's your 30 million that got covered.
Apple's still red. Amazon, all the other guys, green. Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Microsoft. Microsoft's up strong.
Yeah, I see that. Well,
1.6%.
Microsoft had a big rig candle, now it's popping back up.
Yeah.
Open green. All Magnificent Seven are green except Apple. Apple's down 0.24%. Everything else is green by a good margin.
There's your pop. Gold is red back at 2,600. I don't know how red that can really be. It's 2,600. But I guess
gold. Let's see. We're kind of just teetering around here now. I mean, I would look for a short back down, but the Magnificent Seven looks so daggum strong at open. Man, goodness.
Yeah, and there's
tanking.
A bit something to be said as far as holding this move up right at open as well.
Yeah. The VIX is popping. We're going to take a chance here, Roy.
Okay. Going for it.
And we're going to keep it tight though. So right above high day break, we'll risk $600 here to make 1,000. It might be a bad play. This is definitely a gamble. This is gambling off VIX and Apple tanking. So VIX going up and Apple tanking. VIX is actually coming down now, so it's fixing to probably take me out. But you can take a gamble on a combine that you wouldn't take with an XFA. So I'm not. If it takes me out, it takes me out. We'll live to play another day.
What's Bookmap showing?
Bookmap showing CBD coming back to 4,000. It popped above 5,000. It's showing orders around 57.20, and then all the way down to 57.15, and then it's showing a ton of orders above 57.30, like 1,000.
Tide has calls way up, puts down. Volume is in favor of calls, so
CBD's down to 3,600.
A bullish indicator. However, we are coming back down to test that 21. I mean,
yeah, I just don't know if we break down to get this $1,000 move I wanted, but
I was gonna say, to me, flow suggests going up, so a retest of 21, 57.21, and it holds probably wouldn't be a bad long area. But obviously the 21 has to hold, and it did not. There it goes down.
CBD below 3,000, negative 3,000. Sorry, below 3,000. Pop back up to 3,100 now.
Slight uptick in puts, little downtick in calls, but nothing too violent. But good reversal candle here. Good.
Yeah, this move is still not. They moved those orders to 57.15, and they dropped them below that to 57.10 now. So there's a chance we could get this 57.17 target hit. They're dropping them down below 57.10 now.
Here it comes.
Come on, hit it.
Hit him. Puts are rising, calls little drop.
They threw some orders right here, right below it, that kind of bounced it. They just pulled them. We'll see. Apple's green. Ours popping on the green candle.
Yeah, it moved down, found a bottom.
Yeah, VIX is a red candle. Microsoft green, NVIDIA green candle. Oh, you got one tick from it. One tick from it. My goodness. That's going to be the breaker right there. Ain't this a heartbreaker? Come on.
Come on.
What you doing, man?
NVIDIA is falling, so I think you're going to be okay here.
Yeah, NVIDIA is falling.
And
we need the VIX to pop. And as soon as I said that, the VIX just popped, so we might get it here.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
All right.
$1,400 up on the day.
Let's go. Good trade. Great. Little risky entry. I'll say that. Little risky entry. I think it would have been the 21 break would have gotten in for a few points.
Like I said, a combine, you can take a little more risk you wouldn't take quite on an XFA.
Yeah. So here you got a candle coming up, retesting the 21, and then may reject. So could actually get that actual VWAP test.
Yeah, you got your EMAs right there at that 21 level too. So
still not in anything. Let's see, Tide. We got calls ticking up, puts ticking up on holdings, and similar on general market Tide with calls still in charge.
Take a short here on this 150 combine. Gonna do the same thing. I'll put the stop up there. I'll put the take profit right at VWAP. Let's see. It's a little more than a 1-to-1 risk to reward on this one, but CBD is actually popping a little bit, so this might get a move up for us. A minute. VIX is coming down pretty hard. Microsoft's dropping. You get a lot of different things. It's still every Magnificent Seven is green except Apple. Apple is down 0.35%. We just need that 15 test. We got the orders below 15 now, so give me that VWAP test, and we'll have this one probably. I don't know. We could trade this one a little bit more today if we see anything. We're going to leave two of them. I'm not going to trade two of them. I'm going to leave them alone until probably next week.
Yeah.
But you can see we got in right at the 21. We've got 3 points on it so far, right at 3 points. We're looking to get.
I actually took 3 points off of that.
Do what?
I had an XFA. I took 3 points off that retest of the 21 short. So happy. Good start.
Yeah, I might swap to this XFA. We've got to make sure we change this to 1.
Yeah. Yeah, your orb range could actually be a little tight here. It's only 10 points if this doesn't break down any further. So I'd prefer it to have a nice move down.
Let's see if we can get one at this 21 level again. I don't know. I think it's going to be close.
Isn't there data? Did we miss data? The industrial stuff?
Yeah, let's see. All right, I'm in 1 here. And we're going to try to get 262.50 out of this one. Yeah, so we got
calls dropping, puts slightly dropping, and then on SPY holdings similar.
Yeah, you got VIX coming back. Microsoft dropping. Nvidia popping.
Yeah, Nvidia could be a problem.
Yeah.
Seems like Apple's pretty content where it's at, but I think you get a. Again, I think the range for orb has got my prediction. This is just predicting that it's got to at least test VWAP for us to get an over 10 range.
Yeah, so far it's, and we're kind of chugging along here, but it seems heavy still. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I need a little mo.
Break it down for him. Break it down for him.
Not wanting to do it yet.
Puts and calls just flipped. So
CBD is 2,500.
I'd say calls just dropped heavily on general market tide. So that is looking good. Looking good. Yeah, calls drop hard. You got a cross on general market tide, puts above calls. So if this move can have some follow through, you could have actually a pretty strong move through VWAP if it can get follow through.
CBD is actually climbing back up again, so we'll see what happens here. It's back up to 29.
Little tick up in calls as I say that. Holdings, SPY holdings, calls are still in charge, but yeah, general market tide shows a different world, different view. General market tide has your bearish intentions at heart, and then the SPY holdings is still kind of showing a bullish move, but all we need is a VWAP test. A little bit of a VWAP test.
Or 4 ticks away. You got 3 ticks away from it and bounce. So we'll see. From my take profit, I got it above VWAP because I got that low of that last previous candle.
Mm-hmm. Puts are still rising on general market tide. Calls are upticking a little bit, but puts are above calls at the premium, and they're basically neck and neck on volume. So
yeah, they're loading orders at the 57.15. You got 184 orders sitting there now, with 350 sitting right below it and 110 below that. So you can see them. Book map shows a little different. Shows these probably combined. But you got this, 320, 225, 174. You got these stacked orders. You do have a few stacked orders, not as many to the upside though. So you got
It
stacked here,
retested the
stacked here, stacked here. So just looking at the dime and looking at book map, I'm still leaning slightly bearish. Of course, I'm in a trade, so I probably should have took it there, made just a couple bucks on it, and been happy. But we're not getting the move down that I wanted. I want to get this break here.
strong move up for puts on general market tide, drop on calls, volume now in control on puts on general market tide.
CVDs come to 26, 25, kind of bouncing 28 to 25 area right now. It's showing nobody's in control. Imagine that.
Flow is pretty strong on the puts right now again. So if you're just looking at flow, it's saying a move down, but obviously there's more variables than just that. As you can see, we move up. Calls
CVD
just ticked right back
28.
up.
Yeah, you got a couple ugly candles on the VIX here. You got Microsoft is just through the roof. Apple is fixing to turn green. It's probably going to take me out. VIX with a big drop here. CVD 6,000.
Calls with a stronger move up. Puts with a tick down. So that drop could have been a pump fake. Or will it? Come on down.
This is a pretty strong move down here, and I don't know where it's
down.
coming. I don't see. I guess Apple's coming back. Oh, Nvidia, big red candle.
So it looks like we tested 57.20 and bounced 2 points.
Nvidia's an ugly candle here. Microsoft is just giving the rocket candle though. I don't know what's going on with Microsoft, and they're backing it up again on this next candle.
That's almost 5 point. That is a 5 point bounce off that 57.20 level.
CVD's up to 32.
Let's see, you got puts are falling, calls kind of hanging out. Yeah, that was a puts were rising, calls were dropping. It was a pretty violent move, and then it just reversed quick.
Oh, so even Financial Juice is quoting Nick here. Wall Street Journal's Tamarius, how do you ever say his last name? Fed prepares to lower rates with size of first cut in doubt. So the juice is picked up on Nikki T.
Okay.
You know you're the Fed whisperer when all the stock news channels pick up what you say, and you're a reporter.
There was a few FOMCs ago that he asked a question, and Powell got a little snippy with him. I don't know if that was.
Powell gave him that question so he could get snippy with him.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
I think I actually asked you as one of them. I was like, so Powell gave me these questions, right? You're like, absolutely.
So you're not really getting a strong breakout here, but calls are rising on general market tide and puts are falling. It is holding up here. Holding same. You got calls rising, puts falling. You got potentially a MACD cross to the upside here if you don't get, but you could get a push down here that would make that.
CBD's back below 28 now. So if that tells you anything, it's coming down. It was at 33 and it's back to 28,
Was
29.
negative 33 or positive?
Positive still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we hadn't gone negative. Orders are still kind of popping around everywhere here, so I think you're seeing still a lot of new money come over that was still in the old contracts.
Calls are rising still on the holdings side. Puts are falling. Yeah.
You got 57.20 and then 57.17. But you can see 17. They're moving these. Need to see these orders get below here for me to have a chance for that to hit. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm really shocked we have not gotten a VWAP test, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There comes a test of the point of control line.
CBD has popped to 3,400. It's kind of coming back a little bit on this move here, but you got 47.15. You got these orders sitting right here. So you're hoping, what I'm hoping, is that this pulls this down. You got these orders holding it up right now, though. So you need to see these orders start to flash down, which you're seeing a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, here you go. Here you go.
There you go. Come on, get it.
Come
Up,
on, break it down for him. Come on. Puts had a drop. Calls had a slight tick up. Nothing major, though. Let's go to Tide. General market Tide, you got a pretty more pronounced drop on calls and puts rising. So it has everything it needs. Yeah, it has everything it needs for a VWAP test and the potential bounce, but it should. It's always the worst word in trading.
Yeah.
Get down there and give it a whirl. I need to mark my orb high and low. I don't have the fancy automatic thing yet, like I should.
Hey, you got me. I got it. Profit taking
Nice.
222.20 on the day. Oh, and I forgot about this bad boy over here. We're going to close there at that. We're $1,000 up on that one. It might hit, but there's the break. I just didn't trust it. I just took 1,000. I'm happy with it.
Hey, they can't take that away from you.
All right, so we're going to go back to this 150K and we're going to lock her up. And this is just showing, look, y'all see me make $800, $900 in this account, and you're seeing me happy making $200 in this account and locking it up, and I won't think twice about it. So now let's go back to this 150K. We're actually
got your calls dropping a little, puts rising a little, which is kind of that move you just saw down. So
I just want to see if I can get a quick scalp on this to the upside.
Is that upside?
Yeah, I want to get a test back up here. This
well, you got VWAP and orb low right at the same spot, which is where it currently is.
I'm not looking for a ton. I just want to get this test right here. Make a couple. I've only got one, so I'm not in my normal 3. That sucks. Dadgummit. But luckily we got 2 now, so worth that. I don't know if it's good or bad. CBD's coming all the way back to 2,100. You had a gap up in VIX, but it's coming back, and it's probably going to fill that gap. I love a 5-minute gap on the VIX. It's just the funny thing is, so VIX was actually this morning. You actually had a gap on the VIX at open, and it came back and filled that gap. VIX does a good job filling those gaps. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's does definitely honors those. Um, I joined you on that long scalp. I got my 200 now total on my XFA, so I've locked it. So one XFA is green.
There
That
you go. Good
XFA
job.
is
Good job.
now that is its third $200 day, so that is 60% ready to go. Balance is back over $600. I had taken a hit on it, but we build it back up. One brick at a time. So
Right.
good day so far.
That's so funny. So, if one's in the Discord, you can see Wait for the Zone said I don't know why I played some silly trade on the phone on that XFA, and then turned around. Looks like he played another trade on the phone on XFA, but he won this time. So I guess it's not silly if you win. That's funny. We might get this. We're gonna get this break here now. We're not gonna risk 1,000 on this. If it, we'll risk 500. Because I'm gonna tell you, if it takes this out, it's not bouncing right back up anyway. So CBD is at Degum XFA. My goodness. Remember we were short in that XFA.
Yeah, I was too. But I can't complain because I just scalped them long. So.
All right, so it came down. That was actually a great place to take a trade there long.
Oh man,
Right.
it was.
Actually exited
Yeah,
out
look
of
at
it.
that. But I will say we weren't too confident in those fib lines this morning.
I'm not worried about the fib. I'm more worried about this level, this zone here.
Mm-hmm.
We're in 3. We'll try another long. I think it's a bad move here. We're gonna do our stop up to the break though. We're only risking $400 on it. And I don't think we see high day, so we're gonna pull this down. Right there. So we got a long ways to go to get there though.
We got puts rising a little bit, calls dropping on holdings. You got calls dropping hard on general market time. Puts rising. But again, that could have been the move that you just saw down. We're still determining whether these flow indicators are more lagging or leading, right? So
CBD is actually gaining a little bit. It dropped all the way down to 1,200. It's back up to 1,500 now. But it's not getting a big pop. So we'll see. Hey, I got a call coming in. I've got to grab real quick.
yeah.
Give me just a couple minutes.
Let me do my normal market take. So let's look around the market while MC is away. We got coin green 162.80. I have a vested interest in that one. Apples red and kind of been on a little bit of a ride, basically flat, down 0.2%, slightly red. Amazon 188 green by 1.7%. Looks like it's holding its move up. Nvidia has actually been the more kind of bearish one, but could it have found a bottom here? It's at 117.15, up 0.33%. It got as high as 118.75. Google can't stop, won't stop. It's holding up now 159.50. So it's dipped earlier this morning, but it's regained its stuff. We got Microsoft up almost 2%. That's the big guy, but still down down from its highs. It was raging earlier. So here's your VWAP test and your orb low test on ES. And it'll be interesting to see if it gets rejected here. Flow is suggesting, what's Flow suggested? We've got calls ticking up, puts ticking up on holdings. So both of them are up. So you're kind of not getting anything clear here. Your MACD is still further, they are separated enough to not have any sort of cross, is still trending down. So this could be the start of some consolidation, which would make sense near VWAP and the orb low test. So yeah, nothing jumping out at me, at least, to say get in any sort of trade. Looking over at NQ, you had a wick off of the bottom Bollinger Band, is now at VWAP. So ES and NQ both tested VWAP now. It's nice when they're in lockstep, so you kind of can know that they're following one another and not have any more confusion to the day. Well, it's battling this orb low. It's battling VWAP. Looking at Tide, you got call still upticking, put still down ticking on general market Tide. So I kind of lean a consolidation, to be honest. I don't think you're going to get a violent move here, at least for the next few minutes. It'll just battle. Let me look at all the MAs are all whacked out because of the contract roll, but let's take a look and see if we can figure any of those out. Yeah, you're way above all your EMAs because of the contract roll. I have to replot those. Looks like a rejection so far is in the works. However, Apple is moving in the opposite direction. Apple is moving up. So it's looking to about 15 cents away from going green again. Nvidia looks like it found its bottom and it's moving back up. Google holding strong. Tesla holding strong. Coin holding strong. Yeah. Got a slight downtick in calls, slight uptick in puts. Nothing crazy though. Nothing obvious for me here. Read a good tweet yesterday. It said, "Best thing a trader the number one thing a trader has to learn how to do is to learn how to wait, be patient." And I found myself really agreeing with that, because that would be my number one weakness.
Sorry, Roy. I had to
All good.
had to take that.
I just went in my market generalization mode where I just start rattling off quotes and levels and chatting.
Okay, that's always good.
Listen. My theory here is we're at these two levels. We're at the orb low. We're at VWAP. We're gonna consolidate a bit. Could have a move down off a rejection, but Tide and, well, so as I say that, calls just dropped, puts just rose on both general market Tide and SPY holdings. Looking at the MACD, your favorite indicator, or your fifth favorite indicator, they're pretty far apart, trending down. So at this point, you'd like to see some consolidation and determine the next move. So
yeah, it's wanting to play around VWAP here. CBD's actually grown back up to 2,000. So we could get a little pop here. You got VIX coming back to their orb high. Just actually came back in the orb. Microsoft is dropping. You got Apple is only 0.4%, 0.1% down. So Apple's fixing to turn green.
Yep.
And you got the rest of the Magnificent Seven is all green. So
yeah, I think you're just gonna get kind of a wraparound here on the VWAP and the orb low. Dickard, no trades for him today, but he's watching the stream. Thanks, Dickard.
thank you, Dicker. We appreciate that.
I think that's a good strategy for today. I don't think you're gonna do much. But now I was saying right when you stepped on, as this is getting your little pop here, it's good. Read a tweet yesterday that one of the things a trader must learn is the ability to wait and be patient and just wait and wait and wait.
Yes,
And
yes.
I found myself guilty of that, of just being so impatient, so excited, getting ready to jump in anything I can to make, you know, there's always a candle that's going to go up or down, right? Every 3 minute candle is an opportunity. And just knowing that that's not my opportunity, just waiting for the one that makes the most sense. It appears that this one does make some sense. You got calls that just pushed, that are rocketing up. You got a potential turn now on MACD. You're above the orb low, above VWAP. So let's get that push up to near high a day for you.
Yeah, you're looking. You see, I moved. Actually, made my take profit up, and the reason I did is Bookmap is showing orders moving up to the actually right where I put my take profit at 57.25. CVD is back almost to 3,000 too. So
Calls are rising strongly still, both on
VIX,
holdings and on. Yeah,
VIX is tanking down pretty hard.
Yeah, you're getting a move here.
We're guaranteed $500 in this trade now. We're
Let's
gonna actually
go.
do this.
Let's go. Nice move here, 80. Nice move. Push it up for him. Push it up for him.
We're guaranteed $1,000 in this trade. I'm keeping this stop tight.
Calls rising strongly still. Puts dropping. You got volume going green. So what you would look here, if we get a retest of that 57.21 and it holds, I may go
It
long.
to stop me out. I had to stop too tight. It's okay. I'm happy. We're up for $1,500 on the day in this combine.
As I said that, it retested 21 and bounced.
Yep. I had my stop right there, and that was probably done to have my stop right there, but
I think it's coming back down. Let's see if it holds. It looks like the calls move and puts moves kind of simmered now. So the move happened. No need to chase it.
yeah, I got you can see here on the chart too. I did draw this orb, the 15-minute orb for Roy, so he has it here.
Thank you, sir.
So everybody else can see when he's talking about the orb where we're at. It's that red box. CBD still climbing. They got orders at 57.30, and they're starting to pop at 57.35.
Yeah, they're about to push this.
VIX has broke the orb low. It's testing the orb low now. Apple never turned green. 0.2% now.
Toying with you. Microsoft. Man, that was a move this morning.
Yes.
Wow. Is that just based on the Intel? No, that Intel news was Amazon. What made them?
No clue where that pop came from. Microsoft coming back some now. Apple coming down.
The company raised its quarterly dividend and announced a new share repurchase program.
There you go. Makes sense, doesn't it?
That'll do it. Pretty attractive buy.
Overall, I mean, it's 9:06, 9:07 a.m. Central Standard Time. And technically, I could call it a day right now and be happy.
Same. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
look at this. It would have hit my
market.
take profit. We would have got 2,500 out of it. So we're up
Call.
1,400 on this one. We're going to go on and lock this bad boy up. We're not trading it anymore today.
Calls flying.
The
Flying. However,
150, we might look for another entry if it gives one. CBD's over 4,000. I would love to retest here again at, where Roy called out and it bounced before.
that
Struggling to
happened so
break the orb
fast.
high though.
Yeah, yeah. This is where I get myself in trouble. I'll push a buy, thinking we're about to break out and go, and then it comes back and bats me down. So I'll hold off. Continue to
So
hold
what you
off.
could look for here though, if you get a good candle close, if we close above the orb high, you
Yeah.
could look for a test back down into the orb and then a bounce back up. So
I do like that. I do like that play. Probably will be the only play I take. Honestly, if this keeps raging up, I'll just call it a day, not chase it. If it wants to come back down and do that, then I'll welcome it. But
Tuesdays have notoriously been my worst day, just so y'all know. So
look at this.
today, Tuesday, was actually a really good day, which could have been a lot better day now looking at this. CVD's fixing to break 5,000. VIX just tanked. Oh my gosh. We went from, we were 1740. We are now at 1694.
IWM flirting with 220 right now, 219.95.
So guys, what I'm going to look for now is I'm going to look for a 57.27 area to take a trade, somewhere around there, to take another long. And considering the day we've had, we would keep the stop pretty tight on it. We wouldn't risk more than probably $500 on it.
I gotta give it to the MACD guy. You had your cross up right at that break of VWAP, and it went for it. Now, flow showed up, bookmap showed up, so a lot of indicators lined up there, which was good. That was a good trade. That was good by you. I mean, again, a little risky on the entries, I'd say, but they work it out. I also want to know how many of our listeners would be in a long trade and then take a phone call. He's psychopath.
I had my stop and my take profit set. There was no reason to sit here and watch it.
I respect, man. That was amazing.
You think that's psycho? Wait till you see me in a trade and it's on an XFA account or something, and I actually go get something to eat and just leave it and come back and see where it's at. Like go to town and buy food. I've done that plenty of times.
I imagine your car is like a cop car where it has all the screens and stuff for you to look at all your things.
When I go, I don't even look at the charts. I listen to music, I decompress and do my thing.
Very nice. NQ at 19,800. It's at the top of its Bollinger Band. It actually has not made a new day high yet, unlike ES. Its day high is about 20 points away.
Yeah, I see that.
Take that for what you will.
CVD it got up to around 5,000. It's come back to around 442 now. Interesting look on this. So I do have a order there at 57.27, and I don't know if I want to leave it there now, to be honest with you.
Calls are rising still. General market tide puts are petering. Same on holdings. I mean, calls are in control. Flow is saying everybody's going bullish.
Well, we're going to look. If we get this trade, if it enters it, it enters it. If it doesn't, we're going to we'll call the stream early today.
Yeah, I anticipate a little pullback here. That was a pretty strong move.
Yes.
Apparently tomorrow is Cheeseburger Day, National Cheeseburger Day. Various establishments are having sales. Get your McDonald's 50-cent double cheeseburger. Wendy's, you get a penny junior bacon cheeseburger with any app purchase. Jack in the Box. Do you guys have a Jack in the Box?
We do not have a Jack in the Box.
Yeah, we don't have Jack in the Box. Nobody cares about Jack in the Box. Burger King free cheeseburger with $1 purchase.
Yeah, Burger King just sucks.
Yeah, it does. I haven't had Burger King in I think 5 years. I don't.
Funny story. So my son, for some reason, Burger King was the place he always wanted to go. Couldn't stand McDonald's. Always wanted to go to Burger King, and the only thing Burger King had chicken fries I liked, and the original chicken sandwich. I love their original
chicken sandwich was great. Oh my goodness, that thing was great. The long, yeah.
Yep, but everything else sucked with it.
Yeah, I never liked their stuff. I really never liked McDonald's either. It was never big. I mean, I liked McDonald's breakfast just because it was like a treat to get. You never could get it.
I've always liked McDonald's. McDonald's was kind of where I grew up going. If we ever got a chance to go eat, it was McDonald's or Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic has, speaking of Sonic, they have that Smasher Burger.
Oh.
I told y'all I didn't like that, and CBD just tanked. Vicks just popped.
Get you out break even here, right?
Well, you know what? I could. That would be the smart thing to
do. Calls dropping, puts slight rising. Holdings, though, calls dropping, but puts not following suit. So that could have just been a quick take profit, but could be a sign of things to come, to be honest. I'm not in anything. I'm not trying to.
We took 150 on it. We're up to about 1,700 on the day. We're going, and it would have hit my dadgummit.
It could have. Look, I think I influenced that one a bit, but
I think you did.
It was to me, this candle's going to close indecision candle, and
I will send you my Venmo.
Yeah. Get it. I'll make sure to just. They do Burger King gift cards, right?
I hope not. I hope not. Now you got me craving a damn chicken sandwich.
My go-to chicken sandwich fast food is Wendy's spicy chicken. The thing's been consistent for so long.
I've told y'all before, you got my side of town and the other side of town. I'm gonna go to the other side of town. On my side of town, the last 3 Wendy's orders I've done it in the app too. So you do the order, and they know ahead of time what it is.
Yeah.
And it's been wrong the last 3 times.
They botch it. No. Yeah, it can't depend. Yeah.
So I'm kind of fed up with Wendy's right this second. So I'm boycotting Wendy's for a few weeks.
I'm gonna do a Taco Tuesday tonight with my son. He's gotten into. I kind of did a little hack on him. Do you guys have Tijuana Flats there?
What?
Tijuana Flats. It's like a Tex-Mex fast food place.
No. Like we have Taco Bell.
Right. So he likes soft tacos with just meat and cheese. The way every kid I think likes stuff. So I got a Tijuana Flats. They were like $11. I was like, I'm not paying $11 for 3 soft tacos. So we went to Taco Bell. And I said, look, I'll give you $10 worth of however much this was. And it came out to like 8 soft tacos he could eat. And he motored through about 4 of them. So now he loves Taco Bell, which is great because now I can just now I know, right? I spent the $10 to figure out what's his limit. And 4 tacos is his limit. So just buy him 4 tacos. That's what he's gonna have for dinner tonight.
There you go. Sean Diddy Combs indicted on trafficking and racketeering charges.
I saw a tweet on that. It made me laugh out loud. It said Diddy had his own cuffs ready for him when they came to arrest him.
The Financial Juice just shared that, and they got it from the South China Morning Post.
Wow, all reliable.
That's definitely one I look at all the time. What do we have on business inventories? It came out. It's an eye chart. So it came in at 0.4, forecast is 0.3, previous is 0.3. Housing market index came in actual 41, previous forecast is 41, previous is 39. So that data came out at 9 o'clock. We had this big move up.
Big
I don't
pop.
think data really did the move, but
Maybe I was just looking for a reason.
yeah.
I actually would say this is probably a good spot to end the day. I just you had the move, you had the retest, you have an indecision candle. I feel like trouble's brewing here if I do anything additional for today.
Yeah, we've had a great day. So
Yeah.
looks like I'm going to finish 1673 up on the 150. This was locked out. 1391.40 up on it. So we're only $2,500 away from passing that one. The 150K, we're going to go on and lock you out too. So we're,
two XFAs.
and this is kind of what I told you guys. I'm not in a rush to pass these. So my goal is to have, I'd like to have 3 XFAs by next Friday, maybe 4. I think that's a good goal. Not rush it, not trying to have to hit a home run. CBD's this pop. CBD is actually coming back down this pop. So something to look at if you are trading.
Yeah, something doesn't smell right on this move, to be honest. I just don't feel it.
I got a feeling. And let's look at the overall. Let's look at the bigger picture before we go. Let's clear these out.
IWM broke 220, by the way.
So you got this big move here, this big cup. This 4-hour candle did not close where I wanted to close at. But look at this big bullish engulfing on it so far. That's actually a very, very bullish candle on the 4-hour. I'm not on the hourly, sorry. Here's the 4-hour. So 4-hour kind of gave you a little indecision. Actually, it's bearish, but then same thing as the hourly. We got this big bullish engulfing on the next candle. If we close above the 57, 27, 50 area, let's get it. Oh,
Yeah, it's a good candle.
So 57, 21.75 is the one you're looking for. So if it closes above that, that is a very, very bullish signal on the 4-hour. So what you could do at this point, anybody want a little ICT concepts?
All right.
Before we get out of here. So let's look back at the 4-hour. Actually, we're going to break it down.
I have to confess, I have avoided all of that stuff. So I know the very basics of it all, but I have not delved into most of those concepts.
So you're not getting that pullback there. So you're looking for what you're looking for. If you was to trade that concept, we'll go back to the 4-hour because it gave you a good one there. You're looking for.
You're about to get your retest to 57.27.
So if you was to come back and at some point today you get this fair value gap test, you would look to long this fair value gap test. So from 57.1175 down to 5,700. So if it came back here any point today, after this, you're looking to long if you're trading the ICT concept. According to the 4-hour chart. That's I'm not going to be trading it, but this, believe it or not, this move actually works more than it doesn't. So if it does get down in this fair value gap, if you did take a long, it would not be a bad place to take a long, to be honest with you. So,
and again, what was that range?
It's from 57.11, just like call it 57.11 down to 5,700. Okay. So anywhere in this move you would look along, you'd put your stops below 5,700, and then you'd put your take profit back up to that high, that candle that was 57.20 to 175. So if you get in at 57.11, you're looking for an 11-point move back up.
Okay.
And this is, I'm going to be completely honest with you, this plays out probably 80% of the time. But you do have that 20% of the time it doesn't play out. So just be careful. Like I said, you're going to keep your stop. Your stop would be below 5,700. And if we get a 5,700 break from here, Bookmap's not showing anything close to 5,700, to be honest with you. It's showing we could get down to the 57.11. There's actually orders sitting at the top of this fair value you got right now.
There you go. So I'm gonna rebrand it. I'm gonna say MCT Concepts.
Yeah, because I can't stand the ICT stuff. If any of you guys are ICT guys, it's no offense to you, but I think he is one of the worst traders out there, and he renames everything that is just already simple, like a supply and demand zone. We don't need turtle soup or a silver bullet or a golden unicorn or whatever the heck he calls all of it. That's my rant for the day. Today's stream was brought to you by Propel. We're still looking for that sponsorship.
Yeah.
I'll send you my address. You want to send me some free Propel, we will take it. But Roy, I'm with you. I think I'm done for the day.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get, a little bit of volatility up here. I don't know. The move happened. Money was made. No point of chasing it. If you missed it, let the stuff play out a bit more. You've got MACD raging up, but you're kind of at high days. I think your upside is a bit limited here, so you want to pull some more downside stuff. It's again, wait. That's what we're trying to do. Just be a little bit more patient and wait.
Here's your 4-hour. Here's your 4-hour fair value gap too for you guys. So if you get a test of that low, right, that 850 candle, that's where you want to possibly look for it long. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work, but like I said, 80% of the time it actually does work. So, Roy, how many times have I text you back and said, "Look, this 4 hours"? I mean, it was almost on a daily basis there for a while, wasn't it? Where it played out.
It was. My problem with these types of plays, and maybe you guys are, since we are using leveraged instruments and there is an 11-point range there, you can get stopped out quick. So from my recommendation from the first part of doing this is scale down a little bit, test the concept. No need to make a huge move off of it. Do one MES, allow yourself to have 10 to 11 points of range without breaking any accounts or any of that stuff. And then scale up because like he said, every day he was texting me, wow, it hit again, which proves that the concept works, which means the concept will show up again. You don't have to nail it the first time. Just survive and test, right? And not saying you have to test with fake money. You can scale way down and do it with real money.
And also look, while we're talking about this, look at this 5-minute chart. Notice what you got right here. You got a liquidity sweep twice down to this area that they have not been able to hold.
Yeah.
So not only does your 4-hour play an effect, but then also you got a double, which would be a triple bottom at this point, that would play into effect. So you've got different concepts. Of course, look at your where your EMAs are. Look at where if you have fib levels drawn, where your fibs are, all that good stuff. But this right here would be a trade I would take 90% of the time if I was trading at this point. I'm not going to be trading. When we get done with this stream, I'm cutting my computer off and I'm going to touch some grass. Today is the first sunshine we've seen in weeks, so I'm going to go hit some golf balls and play around. So
you enjoy, sir. Make sure you have that chicken sandwich.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you guys for joining the stream. We appreciate it. Thank you, Led, for giving some MACD stuff in there that nobody really cares about, but it's there.
I think that is the best way to end it. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. See y'all.